Hey everyone, we had a great weekend last weekend kicking off our Rhythms series. It's a series that we're going through some of the practices that we read throughout Scripture about how to grow in our faith and how to grow closer with God. This weekend we had a family join us that contacted us on Monday that they began feeling some symptoms and they did test positive for COVID. Now, we have contacted everyone that we believe was a close contact to any of the family members. So if we haven't contacted you, you're probably fine. However, in this environment where the Delta variant seems to be spreading really rapidly in our community, we've decided that we need to take a couple of weeks to make sure everybody's okay before we get back together. That means this weekend we are going to meet online only. We won't be meeting in the building at all. We will only do that for 1 week, and we will return to in-person services the following weekend. Now, this is just a precaution because we want to make sure that we're not spreading the virus to anyone who specifically is not vaccinated, and that includes our children. We want to make sure we take very good care of them. Now, to that end, that means we'll have no activities in the facility for these 2 weeks. That means no youth group tonight and no youth group next Wednesday night. Although next Wednesday night we normally would take off simply because our students are preparing to go back to school. Now, we had also planned a block party, not this weekend, but next Sunday, August 15th. And we're going to push that back to see if the numbers drop. We're going to postpone right now for Labor Day, and hopefully the numbers will have dropped by then. But since this is such a kid-focused event and they are unable to be vaccinated at this time, we feel like we need to take precautions to keep them safe. Now, this is a different time than where we were a year and a half ago, where we went to online-only services. We are continuing to move forward with in-person activities because vaccines are available for adults who choose to have them. And I encourage you to get a vaccine unless your doctor tells you that it's not a wise choice for your specific circumstance. We are not planning to have a prolonged period of online services. We do plan to get together next week, and we are continuing to talk about how are ways that we can keep our kids who cannot be vaccinated, how can we keep them safe and healthy? So I will be joining you again with a video next week to talk about some ways that we can do that until a vaccine is available for them as well. Until then, I pray that you are well. If you begin to show any symptoms, please let us know. We would like to be praying for you and be there for you in any way that we can. But I also hope that you will continue to join us for this Rhythm series. I'm going to be talking about the spiritual discipline of guidance this weekend. And Richard Foster, who did some groundbreaking work in this area several decades ago, said this is, to him, the most radical of all the rhythms because it requires us to learn how to hear God's voice and to obey His word. So I'm going to be talking about this weekend. It will be online, and I do hope that you will join us. Whenever we come back next weekend, masks are still going to be optional. They're going to be encouraged for those who have not been vaccinated yet. But we're not trying to go backwards. We are just trying to make sure that we handle this situation with care and making sure that everyone is loved and kept safe. So I will see you next weekend, and I hope that you have a great week until then. I'll see you soon.